with Black Ops Cold War Season 6 coming out, we see a lot of weapon nerfs and a few weapon buffs as well, which is kind of cool. But today I want to talk about my top 5 favorite weapons in Black Ops Cold War, probably the best weapons in the game as well. Now, there is a lot of honorable mentions on this list as well. They're not all guns that should have made the list, but a lot of them are really damn good weapons. Now, for example, I want to say the Marshals are really good. However, they did catch a nerf. The Marshals did catch a huge nerf as well. Not something small. They got reduced max damage range, reduced firing speed, increased range penalty on Dragon's Breath, and pretty much unusable. Now, they're probably still going to be really good up close, but at least these things aren't going to dominate at range. Now, we all know a lot of people love the Marshals in this game, so hopefully this nerf does change it as well. Now, the LC-10 also got reduced headshot multiplier, which kind of sucks. The KSP-45 got that as well. It also got an increased damage increase on the 10.5-inch task force barrel to 8%, so that's pretty good. That's kind of a little buff right there. The Tech 9, dude, the Tech 9 caught a nerf. It has reduced ADS speed, reduced sprint to fire, so reduced everything, guys. So we're going to be looking at the top 5 best weapons, and let's get straight into it. Now, I'm going to start off the list with an honorable mention because I feel like this gun does actually need to be spoken about, and it is the LC-10. The LC-10 is a really damn good weapon. A lot of people overlook it, but it is so easy. The recoil is easy to use, easy to control. The gun is easy to shoot and stuff. Now, the only thing that does suck about this, and I didn't put in the top 5, is the fact that it did got a headshot multiplier reduction, which kind of sucks. But let's talk about the first weapon I want to put on this list, and that is a gun that's been around since Season 1, since before Season 1 even came out. That is the XM4. A lot of the OG guns in this game are going to be on this list because they're the ones that haven't been touched in a long time. So this one right here is really damn good. It's super accurate. If you need a gun that has no recoil whatsoever, the XM4 is the gun you want to use. If you're looking for a gun that is nice and just does decent damage, not the best damage, but really easy to control, this is definitely it. Going down to the next weapon that I want to put on this list at the number 4 spot is going to be the Bullfrog. Now, the Bullfrog, you want to run this class right here. The Grew Suppressor, even in multiplayer, it doesn't make much sense, but it does a really, really nice job. Now, this is really good because this gun is just crazy. It's really accurate. It has a lot of bullets, not just a little bit of bullets. It has a lot of bullets, and you'll be able to take out a bunch of people without needing to worry. So that's really good as well. The next weapon I want to throw onto this list at the number 3 spot is the Farah 83, and I'm not throwing this on the list for Black Ops Cold War. In Black Ops Cold War, it's a good gun, but it's definitely not one of the best. But if you're playing Call of Duty Warzone, even though it did catch a bit of a nerf, this gun is still super accurate. Now, if you're playing Warzone or Rebirth Island, this is the class you want to use for it. The GRU Suppressor, the 18.7-inch Spetsnaz RPK, you definitely need the optic, the Axle 3 times, and the underbarrel, the Spetsnaz grip. Now, the magazine, you could choose to run it or not. You might want to run a stock or a rear grip instead, but I really recommend the VDV 60 round fast mags. You reload fast, it's really nice. This gun's crazy, it's accurate, and it does an insane job at taking people out. Now, another weapon that I want to throw on this list before we move to the top 2 spots is going to be another weapon that I think deserves to be on the honorable mention side, and that is the Milano A21. Now, a lot of people don't like the Milano A21. I get it. A lot of people just don't want to give it a chance, but it is really, really powerful. It's really good. Like, it shoots a little slow, but it's definitely really powerful. Now, another weapon that I'm going to throw on the honorable mention list is the MAC-10. The MAC-10, again, it's a very light SMG, so you get to run around really quickly. You get to shoot people real fast. It has an excellent fire rate. Like, this thing is just crazy, but it does have a lot of vertical recoil control, which a lot of people might not be able to actually go ahead and control. So definitely does deserve an honorable mention spot, but just not a number 2 spot. At number 2, I gotta give it to the MP5. I love the MP5, and the reason it's getting the number 2 spot instead of like 3, 4, or 5 is because it's great in Black Ops Cold War, one of the best guns, but it's also really, really good in Rebirth Island, or on Rebirth Island. Now, if you're playing Rebirth Island, this is the class you want to use, and if you're playing Black Ops Cold War, you could use pretty much the exact same class, except switch out the Agency Suppressor for the Airborne Elastic Wrap Rear Grip. Now, that's going to do a good job. You're going to definitely knock people, and it's going to be really worth using. Now, the number 1 weapon, in my opinion, the number 1 class for me is the AK-74U. Now, the AK-74U, it's not as good on Warzone as the MP5, for example, but it is a really, really solid class. It has a fast fire rate. It does a good job. The recoil is very easy to control. It's really nice, and it's really great. Now, if I was making this video solely on Rebirth Island or solely on Warzone, I think instead of the AK-74U, I would put the AK-47, because that's a gun that not a lot of people think is really good, but it actually is. Now, the AK-47 from Black Ops Cold War is going to get the last honorable mention spot on here because of its lack of recoil on Warzone and Rebirth Island. It's just so nice to use, so simple, and it does a great job. But that's going to be it for the top 5 today, guys. I put a lot of honorable mentions. Like I said, a lot of these guns are really good. The game feels very balanced, which is kind of weird. We don't normally have balanced games, but it feels very, very balanced now that Season 6 came out, which kind of sucks because there's less than a month left of this game as well. So, I mean, they balanced it at the end, which kind of sucks. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are around here with those notifications turned on. Drop a like. Hopefully this video was nice and quick and I didn't take too much of your time. Go use these classes, drop people, and do what you gotta do to them. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!